We head in the kitchen now on Portland Today. Cory Schreiber's kitchen, to be exact.
We're back again.
Yes, we are. Cory, we're going to do a little take on a classic, a minestrone soup.
Yeah, minestrone soup, which actually has a lot of nutritional value because you have the vegetables, carrots, onions, celery, leeks, whatever you want in there, and then you add a little bit of dried legume of some sort. In this case, it's chickpea, and then there's some form of pasta that goes in there. Then I like to finish it with a little bright green vegetable as we move into spring.
Yeah, I've never made minestrone soup, by
really?
the way. No,
the Italian
I've
version, yeah, and that is the foundation for this soup. Although this one I give it a little twist with a little African spice, which is a Berber spice. And that can be anything that you like.
Berber spice.
Berber spice. So it's like chili pepper, a little bit of paprika, maybe a little bit of garlic, and it changes from region to region. Then if you just like curries are fine, smoked paprika, Groundworks Organics, who's down at the Portland Farmers Market, does this Espelette sauce, which is more of a Spanish spice. So to me, the Berber just kind of suggests it's a regional spice, whatever your preference.
Spicy with this soup, or you can take
We're going to go mild.
I'm kind of wimpy. You know that.
We're going to go mild on it. And then one thing about the soup is once you get the carrots, the onions, and the celery going like this, then the rest of it, which I'm going to let you add a little bit of the chickpea in there.
Okay. Oh, you should show the camera that. That's beautiful.
So this is carrot, onion, celery. This can be done machine-wise on a Roboku, or you can do it by hand. We won't get into knife skills today.
Okay. And you want how much of this, Cory?
Oh, I want about 3 or 4 spoons. And then this is the water that these chickpeas were cooked in. They're in this raw form here. They soak overnight. And then that water, go ahead and dip some of that water in there. Just go ahead and pour it in there, because that's got great flavor. And sometimes people discard the bean water, but it's got great flavor and it's vegetarian.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Here we go? Okay. All right, what's the next ingredient?
Let's do a little bit of that elbow macaroni.
Elbow macaroni.
You go into your kid's Annie's macaroni cheese package and you take the pasta out and then you add it.
How fun.
So then don't tell the kids that you took some out.
I love macaroni. Am I putting too much in?
That's perfect. And then we're going to add a little bit of, and you can do what you want here. So minestrone's true, vegetable based, but you can add ground meat, you can add chicken, and then I add a little bit of vegetable stock. This one I made. I'm just kind of looking for a little 1-to-1 ratio, and that's hot, ready to go. So we're just going to bring this up to a simmer. And then I'm going to have you add a little bit of that zucchini and asparagus
kind of finely chopped zucchini.
Yeah, it's a rough chop.
Too.
I didn't get too crazy on that. It's just going to simmer right at the last minute. So there's almost like 4 parts to this. So it seems like it's complicated, but you just do it in advance and it's ready to go. So you have the vegetables, you cook the beans, you cook the pasta. Now you got the green vegetables. A little handful of that spinach in here.
Spinach. Oh, and that looks delicious.
I want to give that a little bit of the salt in here.
What kind of salt do you use, by the way?
I use a little bit of kosher salt.
Kosher salt. Okay.
And then I'm going to give it a little more of this Berber spice. I know it looks like I'm going to go crazy here, and you asked me how spicy it's going to be, and I'm like, oh, not too much.
Like a lot.
Not too much. And then we're just going to let that simmer, and then we'll come back and we'll give it a taste.
And how long are we going to let it simmer?
Just till those vegetables wilt a little bit. So this is going to take about 3 minutes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, Cory, so we have let this simmer for about 3 minutes, so what's the next step?
The next step is just to add, this is what gives it a little more of that, what I'm using, that African kind of flavoring, just a little bit of ginger.
Can I make a confession? I totally thought that was cheese when we started.
Yes.
That's how
and
uncultured I am at this.
Because I'm grating it on a cheese grater, of course it's
And you
cheese.
said, no, that's ginger.
This is ginger, it's fairly firm. I've peeled it down a little bit, and these are microplanes in there. I think one of my favorite gadgets in the kitchen, because it's grated a little bit of cheese, and we'll use it to put a little Parmesan on top of this too.
So you did like a tablespoon, or just enough to taste
just enough
for flavor?
To taste. And the ginger, if it cooks in there too long, you lose that kind of zesty floral part that it has. So this is ready to go into the bowl.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
So you can see the redness from a little bit of tomato paste in there, and then the Berber spice or whatever spice that you choose.
I'm going to show this off.
And at this point, it's just a vegetarian soup. And there's a great chickpea pasta out in the marketplace called Banza pasta, and New Season sells it. And so be careful, it's a little bit warm.
I have burned my mouth there before on tasting these dishes.
And then, maybe in an ode to the Italians, we'll give it a little bit of Parmesan. This would be an option if you wanted to, just to give it a little bit of Parmesan.
There was cheese, I knew it.
You're right. See, I wanted to support what it was that you said there. So again, the chickpeas, you can buy those pre-cooked. If you want to simplify this, Truett Brothers in Oregon does a great job with white beans, but chickpeas, spinach, zucchini, little tomatoes. How's the spice?
That's amazing. It's not spicy, but it has enough flavor to it.
Yeah.
And I can get the hints of the ginger. This is great for a cold day, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah, Cory, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dig in.
Yeah.